This afternoon at approximately 4:30 p.m., Harris County Sheriff's Office District 4 patrol units responded over here to a house in the 4900 block of Gingham Check Court for a welfare check. Some family members had come over here after not speaking to the 60-year-old daughter or 60-year-old mother and 37-year-old daughter that live here in the residence. They are the only two people that live here. Family members have been calling. They weren't answering the phone. Family members came to the residence, knocked at the door. No response. They then called the sheriff's office. As deputies stood by, they forced entry to the residence. Deputies then went upstairs, and in one bedroom they found the mother and the adult daughter deceased in the same room. Right now, what I can say is we do not know what caused their death. Prior to the family forcing entry, there was no forced entry to this house. The house was secure. So whatever happened, we believe happened within that bedroom. We have been told there is some history of some prior drug abuse. There are some prescription pill bottles in the room, but due to the way that they're laying, we really can't see any obvious signs of trauma. So we will wait for the medical examiner's office to get here and conduct their investigation, see if they can, determine in helping us establish a cause of death.
Could it be murder-suicide?
That is something that we're looking at, whether that could be it. It's not obvious if that's what it is. If it's a drug overdose, it's not obvious if that's what it is. So, like I said, we're talking to the family members, getting a history of this mother and daughter, and we'll document everything in there thoroughly. When the ME gets here, they can give us a better idea of what might have caused the death of these two women.
Nothing looks out of the ordinary inside, like ransacked?
No, it doesn't. It's a fairly large house, but there's nothing obvious that says that there was any type of a struggle, any type of theft, or anything of that nature.
Are you looking for any suspects or persons of interest?
At this point, we are not. We are obviously looking for more people to talk to kind of get a history on the mother and daughter, but there's nobody out there that we know of that at this point that may be a witness to their actual death.
Sergeant, again, the ages were 60 and 37?
60 and 37-year-old is what we have right now.
And speaking with some people in the neighborhood, it appears that they're having calls with law enforcement reporting to this house in the past. Can you elaborate?
I have not had time to go through that, nor have any of my investigators that are here on scene. That is something that we'll look into. But as of right now, I can't tell you. I have been told there's possible issues with narcotic use in the past, and that's something that we'll look into for sure.
Narcotics in the house?
No, I'm saying that we've been told that there's a possibility that the mother and daughter have a history of drug abuse.
It's a large house. Do they have any visitors or anybody that would come to the home, come and go?
Not that we know. We just got here 2 hours ago, and so we're still interviewing people, and I haven't been brought that information yet.
And how long had it been since anybody had talked to them?
We're looking at about a two-day time span.
And all the doors were locked?
Yes, the house was completely secure.
And no broken windows?
No broken windows.
Trauma to one?
We're not seeing a lot of times, and not to go into too graphic of details about death and decomposition and stuff like that, but a lot of times you will get what appears to be trauma that in the end turns out it's not trauma at all, just to the way that when a person's laying when they die, if they've been there for a couple of days, different things may appear to be a trauma at first and they turn out not to be. So I'm not going to call anything trauma at this point.
So they've been there a couple of days?
We would think so. I would think so.
And was the family, last question, was the family concerned about the mother that they made this welfare check, or about the
I think they were concerned about both of them. That they just, they haven't talked to them in a couple of days, and that wasn't normal. So I don't think that the welfare check was necessarily that they thought they'd done something to each other, or one of them had, committed any kind of crime or anything like that. They just were concerned because they hadn't spoke to them, so they called the sheriff's office to come over here.